Place a Thing by Carla Blaschka. What do you see? I close my eyes. There's just a flickering glow of a fireplace and the smoky burn of the tallow candle. He talked me through the next bits, an event I didn't want to relive and seriously blocked it, but the police needed my memories. We went back in. Paul was looking for something he didn't say and I didn't ask. I told him I didn't want to be there, but he started down the stairs to the basement and I followed. The scene at the bottom was horrific. Someone had played with his prey before he killed her. There was a strong smell of bleach and gasoline. We heard shutters banging away. A window was open and the wind had picked up. Suddenly there was a crash and a flash and we were surrounded by fire. Paul grabbed and flung me in the only safe place, a small corner surrounded by concrete. He pushed me down and covered me with his body. The fire department came, but not soon enough. At random moments, I still caught echoes of his screaming. The police were trying to reconstruct the scene while I just wanted to forget. Paul called me because I knew Shelley. She was a character. The first time I met her, she was reviewing my play. At the reception afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to know what she thought. I swallowed hard. I nodded, then took a sip of wine. She then proceeded to tell me every flaw in the play, most of which I agreed with. Her review was fairly kind considering. I started to ask her to the workshops and she was gracious with her time. I credit a lot of my success to her rather acerbic comments. We became fast friends. In fact, she had been critiquing my workshops just the other day and had a lot of what I choose to call constructive criticisms. It was lucky I knew her so well, or I might have been hurt. I drove her home, and in my mind, the last time I saw her, I watched her toddle back to the gate. She would hate knowing how cute I thought she was. Paul knew how strong was my affection for Shelley. Most people didn't get her and were off-put by her crusty exterior. So that was why he called me when she disappeared. They were supposed to meet, but she didn't show up. She had left a message on his voicemail and he wanted me to go with him to her house to check it out. He was worried at her absence. I told him I would meet him there. We had no idea what to expect and the door was unlocked, so we went in carefully. The hypnotist extracted the rest. I never wanted to see it again and asked him to help me lock it up. To do so, I had to forget about Shelley and Paul, forget they were such a wonderful part of my life. People saw when their name came up that my eyes would go blank. But wouldn't you do that too? They eventually caught Shelley's killer. There was a confession, so I didn't go to court. But I kept wanting to write this play. Every time I try and write something else, it turns into a confrontation, murder, and fire. I have reams of paper in my cell, all saying the same thing. Thank you.